Hello and welcome to another mock showcase video. This time we have a new mock that I've been working on behind the scenes for a little bit, titled The Prisons of Mandalore, if you couldn't guess it from just looking at it. This is actually one of my favorite sections of Mandalore, just because it looks really different and interesting, especially to any other kind of jail cells you look at across the Star Wars universe. This build was made as a part of a collaboration with a lug that I'm in called Shock Lug, which I will leave the page. It's an Instagram lug mainly. That lug is in the description if you want to check that out, I guess. But as for now, I'll give you a quick run through of the mock before we get into some smaller details. Basically, it's got 3 layers to it, each depicting different scenes from the Clone Wars and different sections of where the prisons were used. We have 2 sections from Season 5, I believe, and then 1 section from Season 7. So we'll start from the bottom and then we'll go to the top. I think it's looking pretty good. So we'll start with the bottom. Okay, so looking right down at the bottom, you can see I've just got a big old ton of black plates here. This is to imply that this goes a lot deeper down, because the Mandalore prisons is like a big empty chasm with these bridges going across. So I've created 3 bridges across here. Yeah, and I didn't have enough pieces really to make it enormous, so this was the best way to approximate the depth of the prisons, I guess. This bottom layer depicts the scene where Duchess Satine is rescued from her, I guess, incarceration. So I've just made a custom Satine there, which looks a little bit Disney princess-like, but I think it pretty much works. It's using a Dumbledore torso and dress piece. That's quite good. So that's when this other Mandalorian guy, whose name I do not recall, takes out this Death Watch guy and goes to rescue her. And around her I put a couple other custom Mandalorians. These are the non-Death Watch types. So I've just got, like, I think it's a Galaxy Squad torso they have. So just for something different. This is a part of the next scene upstairs, as well as that figure around there. On this right side, this entire mock is made on a 32 by 32 base plate. And the right side of, basically my left side prisons are the actual, like, correct ones, and my right side prisons are pretty much just for jokes, because I couldn't really think of any other people that were in the prisons of Mandalore. At the top we've got Mickey Mouse for Crimes Against Star Wars. The less said about that the better. Below that we've got a penguin. To any avid Wallace and Gromit fans, you'll know exactly what he's doing there. And then at the bottom we've just got a skeleton, because I don't know, this, yeah, just something else to put down here. But yeah, that's pretty good for those. Just so I don't need to explain them later. But yeah, basically what inspired me to do this mock was a couple of things. If I spin it around here, you can see that in a pick a brick haul not that long ago, I got tons and tons of these 1x1 translate blue bricks, and they came in so useful for this mock. It really gives it a unique type of atmosphere, I guess, by showing that it's like all I guess with the yellow background it doesn't really work to show how it's translite blue, but that's how it is. With these railings, I would have liked to do them a little bit more detailed, but just the space I had didn't really allow for that, unfortunately. But yeah, I did try, but it wasn't as perfect as it possibly could have been. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the bottom floor. If we spin it around this way, you can see that there is in fact a Mandalorian who's been thrown down into this bridge. That's because he's just been attacked by our two second inhabitants of the next prison cell. This is Darth Maul and Savage Opress escaping their prison cell just before they were off to fight Pre Vizsla. You can see what I've done for this Maul is to try and make him as accurate to the scene as possible. Is giving him the Crimson Dawn torso and legs because he had that open shirt look at the time, but giving him the Clone Wars face just so he matches up better with Savage, because unfortunately they never did give Savage a realistic face, although I think his animated one actually works quite well to what we saw in the show. And as you can see, just like in the show, Darth Maul's this is not Darth Maul, Savage's force pushed this Mandalorian straight through the wall and probably smash into that, just as Darth Maul's thrown that guy down there and is attacking this guy now. So the way I did this cell in particular was by taking away a lot of the walls and putting in a bunch of chi slopes as well as on the floor to show that it's all being just smashed to pieces. If you look carefully, you can see I've actually put like a cell pad on all the doors, even right down to the bottom. If I sneak the camera under here, I guess that's actually quite a cool look. That could have been angled a lot better, but you know, swings and roundabouts. And I've just smashed this bit over here, and that's not good. Let me put that back together. There we go. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that's turned out. And then on to the final sequence, we've got probably the most iconic scene from the Mandalorian prison. This is straight out of season 7, and this was the main thing I was supposed to build for the lug, but I kind of just went all out and built 3 levels of it, just because if I just built this room it'd be quite small and uninteresting, so I went go big or go home, you know. So here we have Bo-Katan, Ahsoka and Captain Rex, and here we have Prime Minister Almec. I tried to make a custom version of him, although I'm not totally happy with how he turned out. He just looks a little bit like Pre Vizsla in the end, whereas my Bo-Katan I'm a bit more happy with, even though I don't have her helmet. But she wasn't wearing one in this scene anyway, so that was okay. But yeah, so those 3 are interrogating her, and if you look just around the back, you may be able to see if it focuses. Right, okay. There we go, that's a great shot. You can see basically what's supposed to be Gar Saxon staring down the Almec himself, and although I don't have a custom what's his face, Gar Saxon, this build is more of a purist custom figures build than anything customized, but you know, not everything can be custom because customs are not exactly cheap, but neither are these official Maul Super Commandos. I just happen to have them, so I'm gonna use them. But yeah, basically just imagine him with horns and then you've got Garsaxon shooting Almec to death. But with that, we've come to the end of this mock. Yeah, this was an interesting build for me. It was a bit different. It was a lot of this wall here was quite interesting to design. It did get a little bit repetitive, but I enjoyed the way it went together. But yeah, I think it does look a lot like the Mandalorian prison, so I'm happy with how this has turned out in the end. But yeah, that's about that. My main if this likes to focus, which it clearly doesn't, there you go. If my main problem with this mock is actually just the way that I've built it and how it does not have a camera friendly angle. Because if I look at it from the middle, you just see the bridges and blank space. If I try and show you this wall, you miss all the details around here. And then if I show you this wall, it just gets blocked. I guess that's quite a good angle. And also there's two, I didn't mention it before, but there's two more Death Watch guarding the prison cell. But yeah, I don't know how they don't see Saxon. He's supposed to be a couple levels above, but you know, I did want to build this at the top because it's the thing I want to make the most clear. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this went together, and I like it a lot. If you liked it, like the video. That's what the like button's there for. Comment what you liked about this mock or what you didn't like about this mock, so I can take that into consideration for the next mock that I build. And subscribe for more cool mocks just like this one. Thanks again so much for watching, and bye!